Tired of paying a monthly rent just to see what's happening inside your own home? Look, it's 2026, and subscription fatigue has officially hit a breaking point. Today, we're breaking the rules. I'm breaking down the top 5 AI security cameras you can grab right now. We're talking crisp 4K resolution, dead simple 5-minute wireless installs, and the big one, 0 monthly fees. Forever. We've got everything from cameras with hunter-style tracking to chase down intruders to rugged off-grid systems built for remote properties where Wi-Fi and power don't even exist. I'll reveal the secret of local AI so your footage stays yours and yours alone. Plus, the ultimate setup that keeps your security immortal even if the power goes out. If you're ready to stop lighting money on fire with big brand subscriptions and finally take full ownership of your home security, stay tuned. Let's dive in. All right, let's get straight to the point, because this right here is the secret sauce for your payback against those monthly fees. You're probably wondering, how is this even possible now when we were stuck paying for years? The game changer is a massive shift in tech called Edge AI. Until recently, cameras were basically dumb sensors, eyes without a brain. They had to ship massive, heavy video feeds to external servers just to figure out what they were looking at. That meant 2 to 5 seconds of latency. It absolutely killed your bandwidth. And of course, it forced you to pay that brain rent every single month. But in 2026, tech sovereignty is finally back in your hands. The brain is actually inside the camera now, thanks to next-gen 4-nanometer chips like the Ambarella CV7 or the latest Qualcomm platforms. These processors are 2.5 times more powerful than last year's models, but they sip 20% less power. So what does this actually mean for you on a daily basis? First, pure speed. Latency has plummeted from 5 seconds to under 200 milliseconds. If someone jumps your fence, the alert is basically instant because the camera doesn't have to ask a server for permission to freak out. Second, efficiency. Your camera isn't constantly hogging your Wi-Fi anymore. The AI engine analyzes frames in real time and only extracts metadata, like the color of a shirt or the make of a car. This saves 90% of your bandwidth and makes battery life insane. Third, total privacy. Your data never leaves your property unless you want it to. We're even seeing features like person re-identification, where the system recognizes an intruder across multiple cameras by their physical traits, all without ever touching the cloud. Essentially, you've gone from renting someone else's intelligence to being the owner of your own expert system. Now that you know why this tech leap is the nail in the coffin for subscriptions, let's see which cameras actually walk the walk. We're kicking off our top 5 with the perfect entry point. Coming in at number 1, the TP-Link Tapo C465. If you want to kill those monthly fees today without messing with complicated wiring or weird setups, this is the one. This is what we call a true all-in-one, because the solar panel is integrated right into the chassis. You literally take it out of the box, screw it in, and you're done. You can basically forget about charging batteries for the rest of your life. Here's why this model is a winner. Stunning image quality. We're talking True 4, QHD with an 18 times zoom. This means if something happens 60 feet away, you can punch in and see the details with scary sharp clarity. Hyper-specific smarts. The local AI doesn't just see motion, it's specifically trained to identify a crying baby, your pets, and, most importantly, those Amazon packages at your front door. And remember, all this is processed on-device without sending a single byte to the cloud. 0 cloud dependence. You don't need to buy a separate hub or a base station. It has a built-in slot for a 512 gig MicroSD card, which gives you about 45 days of 4K footage stored locally, totally free. If I had to nitpick, the weatherproofing is IP65. Now it'll handle rain and dust like a champ, but if you live in a literal Arctic tundra or a high crime area where vandalism is a real threat, I've got some tank-like options coming up later on this list. Next up, we have the Reolink Altus PT Ultra. If you've got a massive backyard, a remote property, or you just want zero blind spots, this thing is in a league of its own. It actually broke a barrier we thought was impossible. It's the first battery-powered camera capable of continuous 4K recording without a single wire. So why do I call it the Hunter? Total 360-degree vision. Thanks to its internal motors, it can pan 355 degrees and tilt 140. When the AI detects an intruder, a vehicle, or even an animal, it doesn't just watch, it stalks. It auto-tracks the target to keep them dead center in the frame at all times. Infinite power with solar tech. It comes with a dedicated 6-watt solar panel. What's wild is that because it's so efficient, just 20 minutes of sun a day is enough to keep a positive charging cycle. Whether you're dealing with long winters or constant cloud cover, this camera is built to never, ever die. Next-gen connectivity. By utilizing Wi-Fi 6, the 4K video stream is silky smooth. None of that annoying stuttering or lag we used to see in older models. The catch? Because it has to house a massive battery and the motors for movement, this thing is a beast. It's significantly larger and heavier than your average camera. It's definitely not the most low-profile option on the market, but honestly, its sheer presence is enough of a deterrent to make anyone think twice before stepping onto your property. If the Reolink was the Hunter, the Eufy S340 is the all-seeing eye. And more importantly, the one that remembers everything. This camera is a masterpiece of engineering because it rocks a dual lens system, a wide-angle lens for the big picture, and a telephoto lens for zooming in without losing a single pixel of detail. So why is this the undisputed queen of the list? The Homebase 3 ecosystem. This is where the magic happens. The camera connects wirelessly to a central hub inside your house. You can slap a hard drive in there up to 16 terabytes. To put that in perspective, you could store literal years of 4K footage without ever hitting delete. And yeah, you're paying exactly $0 a month for it. Bionic Mind AI. Eufy's AI is honestly some of the smartest I've ever tested. It doesn't just see people, it learns. It knows you, your partner, and even the mailman. If an actual stranger is lurking near your door, it sends a specific stranger alert, cutting out all those annoying, unnecessary notifications. Smart solar design. Just like the Tapo, it has an integrated solar panel, but this one is adjustable. You can tilt it to catch every last bit of sunlight, making it 100% autonomous. The downside, to get all these pro features, you really need to pair it with the Homebase 3, which definitely bumps up that initial upfront cost. But look, if you want a massive local archive of your security footage, controlled by you, in your house, with facial recognition that feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, this is the play. The EZVIZ EB8 4K is what I call the all-terrain beast of the security world. This is the perfect solution for that remote cabin, a vacation home, or even a construction site where you don't have an internet connection yet. Its secret? It doesn't need Wi-Fi. Period. Here's why it's a total game changer. Total connectivity. This thing uses a 4G LTE SIM card to stay online. That gives you absolute independence. Basically, if you can get a cell signal on your phone, this camera is up and running, sending real-time alerts straight to your pocket. Intelligence anywhere. Just because it's built for the middle of nowhere doesn't mean it's dumb. The local AI handles human and vehicle detection with ease, so you won't get a notification every time a tree branch moves in the wind. Theft protection? I love this feature. Built-in GPS tracking. If some wise guy decides to rip the camera off the wall and walk away with it, you'll see exactly where they're taking it on your map. Plus, with 4K resolution and a 360-degree pan and tilt, there's nowhere for them to hide. Set it and forget it. It comes with a high-efficiency solar panel, so once it's mounted, you can say goodbye to cables and manual charging forever. The one thing to keep in mind? While you aren't paying a subscription fee to EZVIZ, you will need a data plan for that SIM card. It's not a security sub, but it is a monthly cell bill you'll need to factor in with your carrier. If you need professional-grade surveillance in a place where civilization hasn't quite reached yet, look no further. This is the one. The Ubiquiti Unify G6 isn't just a camera, it's a statement of intent. While other brands try to win you over with simple apps, Ubiquiti is all about giving you the same total control a professional data center would have, right in your own living room. So why is this the fortress of the list? Cinema-grade image quality. It rocks the new Sony Starvis 2 sensor, which translates to native 4K resolution with insane dynamic range. Whether you've got deep shadows or blowing out highlights, you're going to see every single detail. Plus, it features a 10 times hybrid zoom that lets you read a license plate from an incredible distance without the image falling apart. Absolute sovereignty. There are no clouds here. No gimmicks, no fine print. The Unify Protect system stores every byte of video on your own hardware, like a dream machine or a dedicated NVR. Your data travels through your local network fully encrypted and stays on your hard drives. Nobody, and I mean nobody, outside your network can touch those clips. High-precision AI. Its processor handles object tracking with jaw-dropping fluidity. It classifies humans, vehicles, and animals in real time, letting you scrub through hours of footage to find specific events in literally seconds. The barrier to entry? Complexity and price. This isn't a camera you just buy, connect to Wi-Fi, and call it a day. You need to be part of the Unify ecosystem, which means having their router or a specialized network video recorder. This is the ultimate play for those who demand technical excellence and aren't willing to hand over a single inch of their privacy to a massive tech corporation. Listen up, because this right here is the Trojan horse of home security. There is absolutely zero point in dropping $400 on the best 4K camera on the market if you're going to try and save $10 by grabbing the first generic microSD card you see in the clearance bin. You have to understand that a security camera in 2026 doesn't record like your phone does. These cameras are writing massive amounts of data 24/7, constantly overwriting the old with the new. A standard card just isn't built for that kind of thermal and physical stress. It will literally burn out in a couple of months, and when you actually go to check the footage after a break-in, all you'll find is a corrupt file. The secret? Always look for the high endurance or max endurance badge. Based on this year's tech reports, the recommendation is clear. To handle the data load of 4K video plus AI processing, you need at least a V30 certification. But if you want your system to really fly and be bulletproof, go for V60. Cards like the SanDisk Max Endurance or the Samsung PRO Endurance are engineered to survive thousands of hours of non-stop recording under the sun or in the rain. My personal advice, don't go lower than 256 gigs. Better yet, aim for 512. With 2026 prices being what they are, it's the only way to ensure you have weeks of crystal clear history backed up. Don't be the person who skimps on the foundation of their house. Buy a quality card and sleep easy knowing your footage is actually there. All right, after that massive deep dive into the tech, the million-dollar question is, which one should I actually buy? Well, the answer is simpler than you think. It all comes down to what you actually need. Looking for the best bang for your buck and zero headaches? Go straight for the Tapo C465. It's the perfect entry point. Is massive storage your absolute priority? If you never want to delete a clip for years, the Eufy SoloCam S340 with that 16 terabyte hub is literally unbeatable. Need to watch a wide open area where nothing can hide? The Hunter, the Reolink Altus PT Ultra, is going to be your best friend. Stuck in a remote spot with zero Wi-Fi? Don't overthink it. The EZVIZ EB8 4K is the only one that gives you that total 4G freedom. And if you're after military-grade privacy and a pro-level setup, then invest in the Ubiquiti Unify G6. But before you go clicking those links, here's my final pro tip. The weakest link in your security is almost always the memory card. Do not make the mistake of grabbing a random card on a flash sale. I've put a curated list of V30 and V60 high-endurance cards in the description. Those are the only ones I'd trust in my own cameras. Buying a cheap card is just throwing money away, and even worse, it compromises your entire security setup. I've dropped all the direct links to the cameras and the certified cards in the pinned comment and the video description below. If I helped you kill those annoying monthly fees once and for all, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments which option was your favorite. I want to see who's actually stepping into the future of home security. I'll see you in the next one.